Hi, Rock Prairie Montessori families. I'm missing those of you that join me for Montessori Beginnings each week. And I thought since it's going to be a while before we connect in person, that maybe we could do a little connecting on Facebook. So let's start like we usually begin by checking in. I'm going to check in here on the video, but you can check in the comments. So we're going to say who we are and how many children we have and how old they are. You can decide whether or not you want to include their name. And then we will also say something about something that you are doing for yourself right now to help you manage how it's feeling while we're in this uncertain time during the pandemic. And I'll go first. So I am Miss Tracey, and as you know, I have 4 sons, and they are 33. Ooh, let's see if I can get their ages right. 25, 21, and 19. And they are all over the United States right now, although one of them is home with me. And part of how I am taking care of myself is I'm going outside and taking a walk every day. And that makes a huge difference. I can go from having sort of an anxious feeling in the morning when I'm working, and then after my walk, I'll be much more relaxed and even joyful, particularly because right now so many birds are migrating. I saw an American coot for the first time when we were walking recently, and that was thrilling. And of course, the sandhill cranes are flying over all the time, and that really brings me joy too. What I'm going to talk about today as our topic is just that. What can we do to support ourselves and our very youngest children while we're experiencing this safer at home period of time during the pandemic? And I really love 0to3.org, and they had some great suggestions for families. You can certainly go there to look into what they have to say, but I'm going to give you at least my understanding of what they are suggesting. I really liked how throughout their advice, they use the term stay healthy. So they talked about that even the littlest children, maybe not the 6-month-olds, maybe noticing changes. So certainly children who are 1, children who are walking and used to going and visiting, children who have learned the routine of coming to visit me, for example, are probably noticing that they're not going to the library. They're not coming to Rock Prairie to visit with friends. They're not going on play dates. And that may be puzzling to them. They really get used to their routines. Even the routine of going to the grocery store, they might be noticing that that's different. And so even if they're not able to verbalize a question for you, you can say to them, in order to stay healthy, we're staying home. And you can say about places like the school that are closed, you don't have to explain anything about germs or people being sick or anything like that. You can just say, the school is closed and we're staying at home and Miss Tracey is staying at home. And we miss each other. You can say that too. For these youngest children, the other point that they made really clear is, as you've heard me talk about, emotion is the very first language that babies understand. And so they are certainly noticing what we're feeling. And if you're like me, you're having times where you're feeling worried or tense or sad or frustrated. There's a lot of feelings that we have when there's so much change happening. So something we can do is spend time taking care of ourselves. So whatever that idea is that you shared with us in the comments, or maybe you'll notice someone else's idea in the comments that might support you, make sure you're taking time during this time when it perhaps might feel like you never get a break. What can you do that helps you relax? I know something I like to do for myself is put lotion on my hands. And so one consequence of washing my hands even more than usual is I'm using a lot of lotion. So I remind myself, this is soothing, this is calming. Um, the other thing that they suggest is that you avoid consuming news when you're with the children. And what they talked about is even if the child is not able to understand the news that they're seeing or hearing, they're very aware of differences in your attention. And so I really thought about this because I read my news, but I definitely get more tense when I'm reading that news. And so trying to take time when you're away from the child or that when they're asleep to engage with what is happening out in the larger world so that they're not with you when you might have a shift in your feelings, because that can be concerning for them. Um, Another thing that is of value is when children see us having feelings and then seeing us calm ourselves. That's a way that they learn about self-regulation, is watching how we do it. So do it for you. Absolutely do those things that are good for you, but know that it's also good for your baby. So when we're in class, I get to hear what you have to contribute, your ideas, things you've read about. So please add those in the comment. I miss hearing your voices. And now I'm going to close by singing. So if you're finding this on Facebook, you might want to pause and go find your baby or toddler so that we can sing together. I'm just going to sing a couple of songs. Arms in a V for a vulture. Arms straight out for a hawk, never in a hurry for an eagle, always in a hurry for a duck. Now let's do blow my balloon, blow my balloon, blow and blow and blow and blow, and where did my balloon go? Have a lovely day.